This way forever. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson.
What's going on, guys? Vezek here, bringing you round 7 of the F1 2016 career mode. We're here at Canada for pretty much the weekend, race weekend. As you can sort of notice, this is already recorded. I'm just doing an over voice. I was going to try and get this out earlier. I did have a lot of assessments this week that I needed to get done. And so as you can see, this is just practice. The first practice was qualifying pace, and I did very well on it. I only had to do 2 laps because of how well it did. This is just the track pretty much hitting the corners, essentially. It's just best for hitting corners. As you can see at the end, it did start raining, so I set a 1:15. I was 6/10 off. Here we are for qualifying. I'm sorry that the video is going very fast. Just got to get a lot of things done. And as you see, the very first lap, pretty much, the back end almost, that would have been an end to our qualifying session. But I'm very thankful that I managed to hit a 1:14.5, already 2 seconds off Lewis Hamilton, which is amazing. Coming to the end of the session, we're going to set pole position by 2/10. So our teammate, as you can see, this track it looks to be very Red Bull focused, so let's hope we can put that into the race for both Red Bulls because we out qualified both Mercedes. So it does say something that our development for Red Bull is going to be very good, as we are now here for the race day, race weekend, pretty much the race for the Canadian Grand Prix. Strategy wise, it's default. I'm just going to sit on the one pit stop strategy. 18 laps, 22 minutes overall time. Track is amazing. It was amazing to drive. The grip was just there. The weather was perfect. The start of the race, as we do our formation lap, which I skip, and we're going to go straight into the end of formation lap. The start of the race wasn't as good as what I was hoping for, just because nothing could beat that Russian Grand Prix race start. That honestly was a frame difference. It was perfect. So as we wait for the rest of the grid to line up, we are hoping to set in this race to go better than our teammate. We are hoping to do better than Raikkonen, and then basically pretty much become first place, get pole position, as we are now about to hit the start of the Grand Prix. Here we are, guys. For the start of the Grand Prix, we have 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, lights out, and away we go. We're going to do a different camera. As you can see, both Red Bulls get off to a decent start. Daniel Ricciardo does bog down, and Lewis Hamilton manages to squeeze himself through. Nico Rosberg thought he could have a go at it, but no. So we're out in the lead by a few car lengths. Lewis Hamilton is in second place. He did overtake Daniel Ricciardo, so that's done and dusted. We do have someone else trying to go too wide into that corner, so that would have been interesting to watch. As we are now back on board for lap 1, we are still a fair distance away from Lewis Hamilton, so that's great. Lap 3 now, Lewis Hamilton caught up to us. We had a little bit of collision as we go into this corner, both cars in there, and we had a little bit of contact, and that was our teammate Daniel Ricciardo, who actually tagged the rear of us and caused a safety car to appear. This was perfect because I did change my pit strategy to a three lapper, so this was perfect, as we could just pit under the safety car with best condition. But Lewis Hamilton did also go into the pits, which wasn't ideal. We wanted to have the pit stop a fresher set of tyres before him. Well, that's what we had to do. We did go on to the not super softs, we went on to the softs. Ricciardo's still out, Rosberg's still out, and a bunch of other cars are still out, while it was just not a lot of cars that went in the pits. We did end up coming back in 8th place, I believe, 7th, maybe. 6th place, we are Lewis Hamilton going very slowly, and that's the thing with the AI cars. They like to take their time with the safety car. So Lewis Hamilton there going very slowly, not speeding up to catch up to the car ahead, as we are now on the next lap, our teammates in the pits, and from 6th place we're going to go down all the way to 2nd, which is it's a pretty good feeling to know that our pit stop was perfect. The safety car timing was perfect, even though we didn't want a safety car, but it would have been a very different race if there was no safety car and we stayed on our our third lap stopping, as we are now on lap 6, about to restart the race. Lewis Hamilton, all the AI cars, I cannot stress this, all the AI cars like to take their time. So as you can see, Lewis Hamilton is packing up the bunch, and then he just blasts it as soon as we get going to racing speed, pretty much. So you see right now he's gone. So we definitely catch up, but we cannot overtake just yet until we see the green flags. So safety car is in the pits. We get the corners, do a bit of a bunny hop on the final corner. In the slipstream, of Lewis Hamilton, looking down the inside. Can we get it? Yes, we can. We got down the inside. We had a little bit of contact with Lewis Hamilton going into the right-hander. We keep P1, which is amazing, especially on the restart of a race. Lap 7 now. Lewis Hamilton looking to go down the outside, but he just doesn't have it in him to do any sort of risky moves. So we keep P1. Very next lap on the same spot, Lewis Hamilton uses the slipstream to now look down our inside. He gets in front of us, but can he keep it? We're going two cars width in the corner. We get it done and we keep P1. It's a great feeling doing that, going 2 cars into the corner. And now we have Lewis Hamilton and Sergio Perez looking down. I outbrake. I missed that apex completely. We have both cars side by side looking to try and do something. Lewis Hamilton was just pushing Perez off the track, and now both cars have DRS. Both cars are going to look in, try and get the slipstream, and pretty much a banana split, honestly. Both cars went down. Perez had the lead for a split second. Now he still has it. Now Lewis Hamilton gets it back. We get P2, so we're now ahead of Perez, who seems to be very fast on these set of soft tyres. Lap 11 almost went a bit sideways, and I'm very lucky that did no damage whatsoever. As you can see, tyre wear is starting to become something, and Perez had to go down the inside, or down the outside into that corner, but he didn't get it done. Lap 13 now. Perfect corner almost, and Lewis Hamilton is just in front of us. Let's see what this lap time is going to be. It's going to be a purple, and I was surprised at this stage because we pitted back on lap 3, and on lap 14 we just set purple in all 3 sectors. So these tyres are very, very different. So now we're on the final lap. I'm sorry this is a very quick video, guys, but we're going to stay on board for this lap so you can have a feel of this track. At this stage, Lewis Hamilton was 6 seconds ahead and Vettel was about 5 seconds behind. So I was basically most of this race, I was in the middle of nowhere, just racing by myself. Had no one to battle. Perez sets a 1:15 because he did actually pit very late, and a few other cars actually did a 2-stop pit strategy, which was very surprising on this track, especially when almost all the cars pitted on lap 3 and 4. So coming into the final area now, we're going to come up to pretty much the famous area where in 2007 there was that massive crash, coming into pretty much one of the most interesting corners where you got to go from high speeds to low speeds and pretty much hit the apex perfectly to get the best exit. But we're coming onto the final straight. At this stage, fuel light is blinking. I did put an extra kilo in the tank, and it was amazing because I did run most of this race on rich mix. And so we're going to come across the finish line now. Lewis Hamilton is our race winner, but we do get second place, which 18 or 15 points, that's amazing compared to what I thought was going to happen. So unfortunately we couldn't turn the pole position into a race win, but we did at least get on the podium. So I hope you guys did enjoy this very, very, very fast Formula 1 race. I don't think I'll ever do something like this again in the future. If I do, it's going to be much longer, but it was a fast one because I need to get this video out. So I was hoping that you guys don't mind that I do speed up the race to get the video out for you, because any content is at least content. compared to no content. So there we are on the podium, Lewis Hamilton in P1, myself in P2, and Sebastian Vettel in P3. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this Canadian Grand Prix. I hope it's been an interesting race, especially with the safety car incident on lap 3. Lap 3. I hope you guys do enjoy this series. I am hopefully going to start up the AI Journey series based off Xmanag's Noob Journey, but it's going to be the AI Journey. So I hope you guys are interested in that. And as you can see, we do go up into 3rd place on the driver standings. We do overtake Nico Rosberg, which is amazing. And we're still in 2nd place, but we're 1 point behind Sebastian Vettel now. But until then, guys, I'll see you next time.